Okay, friends and neighbors. Despite the fact that we have a lot of background noise going on, we have a microphone to look at. This is something I had to hunt down. I had seen these casually in pictures online just when looking for Art Deco microphones, which I would say this is almost more of an industrial. It's sort of a fringe of an Art Deco. But anyway, I saw this and it was nearly impossible to get. But I feel like I've collected a majority. There's still a couple more. Don't worry about it. I've collected a majority of the ones that are worth having, and I saw this and I'm like, oh, it's just another mic. But I eventually did a little bit of research on this company. This company is called Taiwan Carol, and if the children don't fall through the ceiling here into my basement, that'll be nice. These guys actually, that's a Taiwanese company. It's made in Taiwan, and they actually tend to innovate. They have a number of special patents for handheld microphones to reduce vibration noise, and it's very interesting. So I'm actually curious possibly to check out some of their other high-end microphones. They make some, budget karaoke mics, the $20 throwaway mics. But so let's read our box because we all love some English. Superb capturing capability does really replicate near to original sound by two high sensitivity capsules. Vintage metallic is in design with advanced shock mount which perfectly absorbs noise when using in vocal and speech. I think I read that right. It's a dyslexic kid trying to read English. Yeah, that's going to go good. Responsibility for return original sound. The Carol CLM-101. And the website, I don't know if you can read that or not, but it's taiwancarol.com. These do turn up. They actually do sell these directly via Amazon. They do ship some of them over to the States once in a while, but they're not readily available. You can't buy everything out of the line there. Inside the box, they give us a bag that does have a bit of a padded liner, so it's a little bit of a bump bag, not quite a foam soup or whatever, but it's something. And we have the CLM-101 classical microphone. So apparently it only plays Beethoven and Bach. Let's see. Built-in dual capsules and chambers. Conductive to sound performance. Excellent sound permeability and sensitivity issued from hand holding. Okay. Suspension shock absorber system can reduce noise. Angle adjustment forward 30 degrees, backward 45 degrees. Unique hinge mount designed to enhance the durability. Slide potentiometer switch for inhibiting the acoustic shock. That's actually one of their innovations I think is neat. Instead of using a clicker switch that would pop when you snapped it to off and maybe throwing a capacitor across it to try to cut that pop out of there, they actually have a slide potentiometer that slides the volume gradually to zero, just like a fader. That's pretty cool. And then sleek and elegant appearance. So they actually include a little schematic on how things are wired, the supercardioid polar pattern, dimensions for whatever reason, and the response curve, which is relatively flat. And let's see, it's supposed to be a supercardioid. Sensitivity is negative 66 plus or minus 3 decibels. Impedance is 1.2K, so a different impedance, higher impedance than one would expect from a typical mic. Frequency response 50 to 1200, and the dimensions and the body is made of zinc alloy. So hooray, and there you go. We got a business card in there, and oh, there you go. Thank you for buying our products. This company's actually been around since 1975, so there's your QR code. Maybe it'll take you to their Amazon store, and you can see what you got. If you're interested, I don't know if you are or not, so let's take a hold of our microphone, and let's make sure we rattle the plastic, because I know that annoys our viewers. All right, so very, very heavy, beefy mic. I did actually have this out of the box, and I did open it up, and there is no fibbing here. This is very well made. When they talk about shock mounts, there's definitely some shock mounting. Everything's on rubber washers, soft rubber washers. There are two capsules located there and there, and for the windscreen foam, they actually have a plastic inner shell screen thing here to hold everything in place. This is one of the heaviest and most ruggedly made mics I've seen. and you have your on-off switch, which is actually a slide potentiometer. It's a very smooth feeling, and then you have your typical cord and stand adapter there. They actually did give you a little bit of space there, so you might have a little bit more versatility on the stands you can put this on. But yeah, I guess the only thing to wonder is how good does it sound, because quite frankly, as far as build quality goes, this thing is built really, really well. I'm thoroughly impressed on the build quality of it. Yes, I did take it apart. Yes, I did look in there. There are 2 capsules, whatever. I haven't heard it, so if it doesn't sound like rubbish, then I think we've got a winner here. Okay, so this is the raw sound out of the Carroll CLM-101 microphone here. It is a dynamic microphone. It is a super cardioid, and it actually seems to do very well with the plosives. We have no compression. We have none of that. So you're going to get the worst of the worst of the worst. We just cranked up the gain to get what we get. Once we put a little bit of EQ, compression, whatnot on it, I think we're going to do okay. And while we're here, let's check that slide switch and hear how loud the pop is compared to what it would be with a regular mic. So we're talking, and we're going to go to off, right? Back to on, and there you go. So silent switch. That's pretty cool. I'm noticing this mic is very, very directional, off axis, left or right. Doesn't pick up much. But let's try some compression and equalization. And now running through our microphone preamp and our compressor and an equalizer. In fact, I think I've got too much compression on that now. Take a little bit of that off, but definitely a rich sound. I think it's all there. Got to add some echo and some other whatnot. Yeah. What does one say when they're just testing a microphone other than test 1, 2, 3? I do not know, but we're just trying to evaluate the general characteristics of this mic and whether or not it sounds like a toy or it sounds like a legitimate microphone. Okay, so now that I've had a chance to sound test this, what do I think of it? Actually, nothing bad. As I stated before, the build quality was good. The supercardioid pattern is blatantly obvious. Essentially, if you're not singing or talking into the block, it doesn't pick up much at all. You come off access to about there, and you're less than half volume. Again, whatever. So you have a target, which I suppose that's a well-marked target to sing into, which is probably going to work well for stage. I did, turn it around, try to talk at the back. It doesn't really hear much. So I think this has the same qualities that some people really like in a stage mic. So I think that's cool. I think it would be worth attempting to take this on stage, at least for a sound check, and maybe take some of my other favorite microphones in case there's an issue. You're going to need a heavy-duty stand because this puppy could topple your Guitar Center Blue Light Special. But we've got a heavy-duty Atlas that'll handle this no problem. They didn't throw in one of those adapters for the threads to fit the Euro stands. And like I say, this is a tricky one to get here in the US. There's one other mic that's also tricky to get in the US, but I think we're going to get that one too. And then I can say the collection is complete for a little while. But allegedly this won an Excellence Award, the Taiwanese Excellence Award of 2017. I don't know what for or what that really means, but is this a toy microphone? No. Is this actually a serious, decent microphone? At this point, I would say yes. I will maybe have some reservations after I can try it in a live, crazy environment, but just testing it and popping it apart and taking a look at it, for what it costs, these are really cool. So this is the Carroll CLM-101, made by Taiwan Carroll, and kind of a crazy steampunk industrial looking mic. Some people like to call this an Elvis mic. Elvis didn't use a mic that looked quite like this, but I think it's cool. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.